On a Monday morning, August 8, 2005, employees at the Central Bank of Brazil arrived for what felt like a standard shift. But when they opened the main vault, they found a void. Over the weekend, 164 million reals, nearly 3.5 tons of physical cash, had vanished. There were no signs of forced entry at the vault doors. The motion sensors had remained silent. The security cameras were still filming, but recorded nothing of the event. No alarms had triggered. The thieves had bypassed a national bank's ultimate security matrix and carried out a massive operation without making a sound. Investigators found a single 50-centimeter hole cut through the vault's floor, straight through 1.1 meters of steel-reinforced concrete. Crawling through that opening led federal police into an 80-meter-long subterranean tunnel. The passage was shored up with roughly 900 wooden planks. It was fully wired with electric lighting, equipped with a makeshift intercom, and ventilated by a rigged air conditioning system. The thieves were equally methodical about what they took. They bypassed newer bills, strictly targeting containers holding old, used 50 real notes slated for incineration. Because the bank kept no record of these specific serial numbers, the cash was untraceable. The police realized immediately they were hunting a highly funded, disciplined syndicate of criminal engineers. Investigators tracked the tunnel 90 meters away from the bank to its origin point. It led to a rented house operating as a commercial landscaping business called Synthetic Grass. This business front allowed teams of men working in rotating shifts to secretly dig out 30 tons of earth using basic garden shovels. To maintain the appearance of a normal store, the supposed owner handed out promotional baseball caps with the company's logo and built a rapport with neighbors. By integrating the business into the neighborhood's daily routine, the gang turned a massive industrial excavation into a mundane, overlooked part of the city block. Before fleeing, the gang deployed a final counter-forensic measure, coating the entire interior of the house in white powder to obscure any stray fingerprints. However, a partially scratched prepaid phone card was abandoned in the dirt of the tunnel. Police managed to recover its barcode. Investigators cross-referenced this phone data with local interline manifests. They soon identified passenger tickets paid for entirely in cash, using the dirty 50 real notes. The criminals used fake names for the flight documents, but airline security requirements forced them to submit real photographs. The police finally had faces. A massive red flag broke the escape logistics wide open. One suspect purchased 11 vehicles in cash, attempting to move a large portion of the money out of the state on a heavy car carrier trailer. The sheer physical mass of 3.5 tons of cash became a mounting liability. Moving that much weight required heavy-duty transport, which quickly drew the attention of federal authorities. As news of the $70 million payday hit the streets, the police were no longer the only ones hunting the gang. Luis Fernando Ribeiro was identified as the alleged mastermind and financier of the heist, a man heavily linked to the powerful PCC criminal syndicate. Just 2 months after the robbery was discovered, Ribeiro was kidnapped outside a nightclub in Sao Paulo. His family paid a massive ransom using stolen funds, but he never returned alive. He was found shot 7 times, left in an isolated field. By pulling off the heist, the gang effectively placed a multi-million-dollar bounty on their own heads, making themselves prey to other criminal organizations. A sprawling police dragnet quickly closed in. Over 200 federal officers executed raids across multiple Brazilian states. The legal toll was staggering. 129 people were indicted for their direct involvement or subsequent money laundering, resulting in over 2,400 combined years of prison sentences. Yet a lingering mystery remains. Despite the mass arrests, authorities officially recovered only about 50 million of the 164 million stolen reais. The prevailing theory suggests that a significant portion of those missing millions was extorted, stolen again, or quietly siphoned off by corrupt police and rival factions during the chaotic aftermath. The Fortaleza heist stands as a masterpiece of criminal engineering. But in the end, the gang dug their way into history only to realize they had engineered their own destruction.